Miss Oprah was like, "Storm!" And I was like, "Hi." All of the emojis like, "Yes, hi, nice to meet you. You know my name." And I was just devastated. It's embarrassing, just like replaying it in my head. Hi guys, it's Storm Reid here at 17, and I'm here to tell some embarrassing stories using emojis. Let's get started. I do get embarrassed easily. I'm embarrassed right now and I'm scared, but I'm happy to be here, so I'm excited. Oh, my most awkward first kiss was on a movie set. It was my first kiss ever, and then to like have it be on a movie was weird, but I had to kiss twins, which was awkward. So I was like this at first, and they were younger than me, so I was really like this. And they were like my little brothers. We had like bonded, and it was like the couple of last days of filming a film that I did called Whitewater. So to have to kiss like 7-year-old twins, I was like not feeling it. I tend to I used to like a person that I like, and like we would go out with friends and I wouldn't eat. I would be scared to eat in front of him, so I would be like this, but I would also be like really hungry, so I would kind of get like hangry, so I kind of like get an attitude, not with him, but like kind of at myself, because I could have eaten, but I didn't because I was embarrassed to eat in front of him. Goodness. Okay, can I tell two? Okay, so my first starstruck moment was at Ben & Jerry's, and it was the first time I met Zendaya. And I had gotten my ice cream, and I was just going about my business, and I turned around, and she was sitting at a table with a friend. So I like immediately froze. So I was like this, frozen. And my mom was just like, go say hi. So my mom was like a little annoyed with me because we were running late for a movie. So she was just like, it's nothing, go say hi. But I was stuck, like this was my face. And then I finally got the courage to go say hi, but I was still like really nervous. But she was super sweet, and I got a picture, and then I was just like on cloud 9, and I've been on cloud 9 ever since that day. And then my other starstruck moment was when I met Miss Oprah, and I walked into a room. So I walked in the room, and like, of course you introduce yourself when you walk into a room, but I didn't have to. And Miss Oprah was like, "Storm!" And I was like, "Hi." All of the emojis like, nice to meet you, you know my name. If I had to pick one emoji for that moment, it would probably be a crying emoji, because she knew my name and she was so excited to meet me, but I was really excited to meet her, so it's a day I'll never forget. It's embarrassing, just like replaying it in my head. Most embarrassing period moment was actually in the beginning of 2018. We were doing reshoots for A Wrinkle in Time before it came out. And I had started my period, but obviously I didn't put my pad on correctly. It was just like a new thing for me because I had just started my period. So we were on set, and I was doing the scene. It was like a scene where I had to walk away. And I thought I did fine. It was just like a walking away scene, not too complicated. And I was standing there waiting for like another setup, or like to go again, or to see what was happening. And Miss Lori, who was the wardrobe person, was like, "We've gotta go." And I'm like, huh? Like, what do you mean we've gotta go? And she was like, "You have blood on your pants." So I immediately ran to my trailer, and I started crying, and my sister was in there. I just felt so embarrassed, and it was a scene where a lot of extras were around, so I was like, did they see it? And then I knew the camera saw it, and I was just devastated, but I got through it. Oh my, there's a lot that goes on the Euphoria set. Oh. I don't want to give too much away, but I would say like in the first episode, like the first and second episode, it goes down, and it's like really emotional, you're gonna be immediately crying, but then you're also gonna get like upset at Rue, which is Zendaya, and then you're gonna feel really bad for me. So maybe like another like kind of like this emoji and a shocker emoji. Have I had one? Okay, yes. I'm not gonna lie and say that like I don't lurk. Like if a friend needs me to lurk for them, I'm gonna be like, put my detective hat on and I'm gonna lurk for them. I was lurking for my older cousin because like this is what we do. Like if we need to like look at something or find out information, people come to me. And I think I had liked the guy's picture, like they were talking or like, yeah, I guess talking, and I had liked the guy's picture and it was like from way, way down. I then unliked the photo and turned my phone on airplane mode. I don't know if the airplane mode worked, but I just felt like if I turned my phone down or like shut it down that he wouldn't get the notification. Who knows if he ever did? But my cousin was like this, and then she was like this, but then I got annoyed with her because I was just trying to help. Most embarrassing first date? I don't really think I've ever like been on like a date, like say we're like going on a date, but I would say, I think the person that I like have a crush on or like had a crush on, we would go out in like big group dates, if that makes sense. So I would like always be like really excited to go and like with my friends and have my homegirls and he would have his homeboys. But when I got there, like it was like I was so happy to see him, but I didn't want to talk to him because I was just nervous, and like I just talked to my friends and he would actually just talk to his friends and we would talk a little bit, but I think we kind of like got really nervous and clammy, so every time that happened I would feel like this. I was in the 3rd grade and we had gone on a field trip, and I lived in Atlanta at the time because I was born and raised in Atlanta. Woo woo. We had gone on a field trip and we went to this place called Varsity, which is like a big like famous hamburger hot dog place, and I was chilling with my friends and this and that, and there were some girls in the school that weren't that nice to me, but I would just ignore them. But I got up from like my chair and they started laughing at me. So I'm not like a person to just like walk away and like not ask why a person is laughing at me. So I went over and was like, what are you guys laughing at? Can you tell me like what's funny? And they were just like, go to the bathroom and look at your pants. So of course I immediately start to like panic, and I run to the restroom, and obviously I'd like sitting in like something brown like on the chair, and it was just like all over my butt. So I couldn't do anything because we were on a field trip. I couldn't call my parents, so I had to wait until we got back to school. My dad had to come and pick me up and like get me a new pair of pants, but I felt like this. Surprisingly, I didn't cry, which was weird, but I was just like really annoyed, like whatever I sat in, and I was kind of nervous and like wanted to get home. It's funny because I don't really think I have an embarrassing moment with my parents. I think my parents are hilarious and like they're my best friends, but I think my mom tries to make it a point to embarrass me in front of my friends. So like throw me under the bus or like say some random embarrassing moment that happened 10 years ago and my friends think it's funny. So every time that happens, I'm a little bit like this, a little bit like that, and then I just kind of brush it off and start laughing with everybody. Okay guys, thanks for watching. I hope you had a good laugh at my embarrassing stories, and make sure you check out Euphoria on HBO now. And if you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe to 17's YouTube channel.